The 55 delegates met almost every day for 4 months. They wanted to create a plan for a more centralized government, and they needed to revise the Articles of Confederation. The delegates from the smaller states were very worried that they would not receive equal representation. Various plans were presented. The delegates argued and gave speeches. 2 plans were considered, each named for the state from which they originated. The New Jersey Plan revised the old Articles of Confederation, giving Congress the right to control trade and to charge taxes. It left the states with much of their power. The Virginia Plan outlined a strong central government with 3 branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. There were arguments over how states would be represented in Congress, and also how enslaved people would be counted for representation. Through discussion and debate, the framers eventually came up with a plan. This new plan was called the Great Compromise, and it became part of the Constitution of the United States of America. They agreed that the government would have 3 branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. The legislative branch, or Congress, would have 2 houses. These would be called the House of Representatives, which would have members from each state according to the number of people in the state, and the Senate, which would have 2 senators from each state. Congress was also given the power to establish a post office, print money for all the states, and make laws. The other 2 branches were also granted certain powers. The executive branch included the president, who would be elected by the people through the Electoral College. The Supreme Court justices were to be appointed by the president, and each branch was to check and balance the power of the other 2.